I'm Mr. Midas, and I'm here for dro.ps, the community marketplace that... Oh, hello there. You're a nice old wool outdoor sock, aren't you? Smooth curves, comfortable exterior, quick drying. Yes, I've seen your kind on dro.ps before. The community speaks very highly of you, and you're quite affordable. In fact, if you're an outdoor enthusiast quite like myself, you would love a sock just like this. So head on over to dro.ps, sign up, and join our community of enthusiasts. As for me, I think I'll be testing this particular sock out tonight. How?
So I've got plenty of time.
Oh my God!
Ladies
and gentlemen, VG.J versus Immortals, Game 1. It's real!
It's real.
Jesus.
We did it. They bet. VG.J won the auction. Immortals only have 5,000 moonbucks. VG.J were at 10,000. They lost about 2,000 in that 0-2 loss against Optic. I am taking this hat off because it is very uncomfortable. Okay.
So neither team spent money? Where do you see the...
It's right below... oh, there it is. All right.
Okay, three moonbucks.
Oh, we made it, guys.
Woo!
We made it.
That
now,
was a hell of a fill. Thanks, everybody.
I learned a lot about swimming.
Yeah, I'm glad. Good. That's it's important to me.
Let's get those kids back in the pool.
Exactly. If you have a child, sign them up for swim classes. Make sure your kid knows how to swim, because otherwise they're going to just play video games.
They
all the
could
time.
die if you don't teach them how to swim.
Exactly.
Humans are stupid.
Yeah.
They have to be taught
It's very difficult.
to swim.
No, not really. I don't know why I said
Why
that.
you keep just giving it up, Mon? I'm trying to hype it up for you.
I nearly drowned once.
Did you?
Yeah, in a lake.
Wow.
It was terrifying.
That is very scary.
I should have went to moth classes.
I could have taught you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
There's
very
still
good
time.
at it. Okay, well,
Gosh.
we got no bans. Now the question is, are we going to see any of the draft challenges like Kung Fu Masters or the lore one for the Dire Radiant?
I'm just excited for
Old school.
Immortals. They're the team that spends the most moonbucks, and I hope they continue the trend.
They're big spenders.
Yes.
Balls to the walls, boys.
Reserve time.
Win this match and make it to the end.
Reginald? Sorry about that, guys.
Reginald!
I know. There might be Radiant picks, so we might have to ask you to change it back.
Okay. The prices are kind of more average now. So I think the sort by pick isn't as applicable. I think it's, at least for me when I'm looking at it, I like to see the heroes and then where they are. So can I get it back, actually?
Okay.
I'm overruling.
All right, I'm being overruled.
Reset set.
I'm not teaching you how to swim, Shane.
Okay. I'm going to drown.
He's gonna watch you drown.
God.
You remember when you changed it from sort by price, idiot?
This is your comeuppance.
Wyvern?
Oh, they randomed. Oh,
Immortals,
no.
come on.
Immortals, what are you doing? What are you doing?
This was not in the plan.
The Legion Sven random against the Wyvern.
They literally
That's a classic.
two of the...
Why couldn't you just stick to the playbook, boys?
What are you doing?
Jesus.
Punished.
Immortals.
Immortals heavily punished by the...
I hope you guys have some ideas of how to win this game, because right now it's not looking good.
Holy crap.
You know, it could just be supports.
Yeah. Yes.
Reserve time.
I can just hear Brax dying in the
Brax
background.
is in the other room laughing his ass off right now. Oh, Immortals, please, guys.
He saw those randoms and he's just like, yep, that's it.
Well, you know, you might as well just go all in now.
What?
It doesn't have a payout anymore for 5-man random, but
You can kind of
It's
salvage
over.
it. No, you can salvage it, right?
how do you salvage
You
this?
get vision of Winter Wyvern. You pick a hero that gives vision. You use like Night Stalker or Clockwork or someone like that, and you find the Winter
Radiant
Wyvern
team
before you
banned.
initiate with the Sven or the Legion, and you go on the Legion.
Winter
or the
Wyvern
Will.
has to die first in every
Exactly.
single team fight, or they're done. They're just done.
Oh, no, another way could be a global. Global silence from Silencer. You could initiate.
Wait a second.
That could be it, yeah.
Yeah, there's multiple ways.
They're
to
both melee Radiant
10
heroes.
seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
My
Ah.
God, the strategy has come out.
They're melee
Immortals.
Radiant, but
Immortals, keep randoming melee.
they randomed the 2 bounties.
Oh,
That
do
would
it,
be
boys.
impressive.
And here we were,
Dire team
talking
Questioning their
Radiant
randoms.
team pick.
All
They were
right.
real good.
Dire
We
team
got
pick.
some more.
Oh, my God!
Is it
They're
Radiant?
doing
He's
it!
Radiant.
He's ranged.
Is he ranged?
Yeah,
Yes,
he's
he
right.
is
You're right.
ranged.
You're right. He's
He's
ranged.
ranged.
He's
I
ranged.
mean, the bear is really the hero.
All right, but wait, is it Radiant? Okay, they could still do old school because the Immortals are on the Radiant side.
I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to ask
Okay.
Mr. Midas, If they've managed to random 2 more melee Radiant, I think we're honor bound to give it.
Yeah, because like 50% you can round up.
That's, I mean, the bear is 60% of the hero. That's around.
They randomed a lone druid who's still just as bad.
Well,
that's
still
Radiant.
Still
That's
Radiant.
better.
Maybe Immortals doesn't know that randoming no longer gives moonbucks. I know.
They're going to figure this out real quick. They're going to realize, well, I think they just don't want to spend any more moonbucks. They're down to 5,000. Yeah, exactly. They're going to save it for when they can't get past the group stage. So
I am very worried for Immortals.
I'm just confused.
Me too.
Yes.
For Immortals.
Bless them. They're trying their best. Maybe Midas mode isn't for them. Good luck in the next competition.
Jesus.
Come on, Shane.
Well,
It ain't that bad.
it's really bad.
They can
Slacks.
maybe figure something out.
Oh, what are they going to initiate with the root from Lone Druid?
That's it. We got the hits there, guys. We better go.
That's all we got. Commit.
I mean, you were right. They maybe could have salvaged something with
Yeah,
a
they
very
could've.
intelligent draft, but if I random 2 melees and they got a wyvern, I would call it.
Maybe they saw the liquid game against Mid or Feed.
Yeah, and they're like, guys, they're gonna underestimate us. I mean, nothing makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Why won't they at least try to just get the
Wait.
bounties?
It's the bounty hunter last pick. They're like, well, if it works for liquid.
Yeah, that's going to be it.
Let's
go.
That's going to be the draft salvage right there. The bounty hunter last
Is
pick.
Bounty Hunter Radiant or Dire?
He should
He's
be
radiant.
dire, isn't he?
He's radiant.
Oh, he is radiant. You're right. Good call.
He's a bit of an evil dude.
Yeah, right. He seems like he would
I mean,
be.
are Bounty Hunters evil?
Star Wars.
Boba Fett's
Is he evil
a good
just
question.
because he does a job?
Let's think about this.
That's the whole.
What if his culture says that job is very respectable? Is he evil? For
Then he's not evil to them. He's evil in our opinion.
Well,
It's
is
relative,
From my
right?
point of
That's
view,
not
the
very-
bounty hunters are evil.
Okay.
Sorry,
Take it
buddy.
easy, dude.
Sorry, guys.
You should have seen his face.
It was pretty
It
intense.
was very scary.
I like the passion though.
Oh, thanks.
Very passionate.
That's a TA last pick for VG.J. Storm. Ryoya had a pretty rough
Reserve
game with it
time.
earlier, but he will have a good game now, hopefully.
Taking their time. Now, okay, they're not going to random. They're
Well, you
thinking,
don't know that. They can still random at the end.
What is the missing puzzle piece to make this into
Okay,
simply
I have
Okay.
no idea.
They need an initiator. They need control. They need a support. They.
Oh, my God. They
Oh,
Are you
God,
kidding?
the liquid! Oh, my
Oh,
God!
no.
Team liquid!
What are you doing?
Oh, my God! The meta is established!
That's it. The game's over.
Woo!
Immortals have won.
They've won the game. Oh, it's the classic.
We don't know what we're doing, but we'll pick bounty
We'll
on
We
it.
pick
got
Bounty
bounty
hunter.
hunter, guys. We got
Oh
it.
my God! What do you call it? I forget what you call it. The triple. The quad. Oh, it's
quad.
all radiant, guys.
Is it all radiant?
They random
They
out
randomed
the random.
all
What an
radiant.
excellent draft.
And
from
then they
Immortals.
picked one more.
Honestly, one of the finest we've seen on Midas mode. Oh.
So if they random, does it count for the bounty? Because I thought it said only picked, not
Well,
random.
technically, you still pick the hero. Right?
That's true.
Technically,
You
the
picked him
hero
through
must be
randoming.
selected
Yeah.
to enter the game.
So we'll have to figure out what Mr. Midas's judgment is going to be at the end of this.
Yeah, he's going to be pretty confused, but he'll take some time to think about
Yeah, I'll
it.
think about it.
I actually
so.
can't believe they did it the exact same way Liquid did. It's hilarious.
I mean, that's
pretty
the meta.
funny.
That's what wins you the game.
So
It's the 4 random
the
bounty.
reason this worked for Team Liquid was because their opponent overextended in their base. And
Yes.
basically, once they overextend, you use the track to catch people really easily, and you get back in. All your 4 cores, as it is, they gain a lot of gold really quickly. So VG Gaming have to make mistakes for this to work. Otherwise, it's a disaster.
It's important to note that Immortals picked a bounty hunter earlier in the tournament and get absolutely scraped with it. Dubu played it, they didn't particularly play well.
keep it down, Mo.
Keep it down.
Okay.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
like
All right.
Come
Okay.
on.
no facts.
We're trying to hype
No
the,
facts.
the
Got it.
audience
All
up
right.
here. all
I
right?
see.
Now, with enough farm, it is possible for Sven and
Legion.
to circumvent the Winter Wyvern. Actually, it's not. They could have unlimited farm.
Yes.
Well, I mean, if they blink and initiate on him, but
Well, they
he
could
should.
go E-Blade Dagon.
They could.
Oh, the magic strat from the Legion and Sven.
It's genius. So when you
Genius.
Genius.
So you have to use it before duel, obviously.
Yes,
Yes,
of
yes.
course. Very important to do that.
Now, if you get Scepter on Legion, can't people not cast spells?
No, they can still cast the spells on the person you're dueling, but just not on the Legion himself, because he's BKB.
Oh.
Yeah.
But the advantage is the duel lasts longer than the Cold Embrace.
Oh, so you get that last 2 seconds.
So if you have enough damage on the Legion, you might be able to kill the Winter Wyvern.
You could just one-shot them in that half a second that you have left.
But to get
That makes sense.
use your E-Blade now.
That makes complete sense.
Yes.
Well, you know, let's go ahead and walk through our predictions here.
Okay. VG.J.
VG.J is.
I'm gonna go out on a limb.
Okay.
All right. It's a.
Okay.
You know, an intelligent man mightn't agree with me.
Okay.
But I honestly think the bounty hunter might have what they take. Right? They needed to find the wyvern.
Okay.
I'm not even convinced myself.
Yeah, you're really you took a second there and you're like, do I really want this?
Yeah.
I don't.
VG.J. Ooh.
All right.
All right. I will say, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you about GG.bet right now. Let me tell you about the value bet here. Okay. I don't know if they've had a chance to update the live odds, but if not, get in there, guys. This is your chance to make millions on this Immortal draft. If Immortals win this one, my God. My God.
Would be a beauty.
My God.
Would be a beauty.
So, we'll be getting in there right shortly.
Yes. Waiting on one player. Is it Immortals?
Oh,
yeah.
You know.
It sure is.
I honestly cannot wait to see how they lane this excellent draft from Immortals. Like, what did they do? Did they put the Legion in the jungle?
Is the Sven support potentially?
That was in the NA Classic.
Yeah, it was.
Sven support could work.
When you have Gyro, you might want to put him safe lane. You put the off lane Legion. They have a mid lane Lone Druid, support Gyrocopter, support Bounty Hunter, or not Gyro, Sports Fan rather.
Yeah, Sports Fan.
I mean, that's what I would think.
It's not totally awful. I'm sticking with Immortals actually.
Not totally awful.
You convinced me. I couldn't convince myself, but
wow. What an argument.
I know. Seriously, it has some potential.
And
right?
it could happen.
Oh.
Hey, speaking of our
Oh, they updated it already.
Oh, you got to get in there because once this game starts, it's only going to get worse there, guys. But I'm telling you, think of the value right here.
The value play for going on Immortals is what you're saying.
It's the value play.
That's what you're saying.
You just got to wait for it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, and him.
Oh, hey, we're back, guys. Good to see you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
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 Are we in the game yet?
Hey!
We are. Okay, folks. So they'll pick their heroes real quick, but again, it is going to be
Sven? Febby, yeah, support Sven.
Yeah, so it is support Sven.
Okay, all right.
It is for Rev on the Legion Commander. The VG.J Storm lineup is going as we would expect. MP Gyrocopter, he loves this hero. QO, Lone Druid.
Yeah, actually, I like. Let's go Immortals.
Yeah, so Immortals.
It could happen.
They've got a decent draft here. We will see how it goes. We will jump to our caster. It's going to be Suns Fan and Trent Pax.
Thank you, Mott, and your beautiful, beautiful mustache. Suns Fan here with Trent. We have Immortals, the random kings, or, well, maybe not so much, against VG.J Storm. Trent, how's it going, buddy?
I'm impressed they went for it. Let's just say that. Going for the bounty hunter, the big play, trying to be... I mean, if there was one thing for Liquid to do it, obviously. It was a pretty cool strat. It worked out. They won the game. But Immortals, they love bounty hunter. I mean, they pick this thing all the time. One of Dubo's most played heroes. So you should think that, therefore, they've got that same kind of logic in their head. They know how to play the hero. And we're going to make these carries all work.
Yeah, I'd love to see this work. Yeah. I'd love to see a support Sven work.
I mean, I like sports Sven. It's not even the most wild thing we've ever seen, right? It's fairly common.
Back in the day, you used to see it occasionally. It was pretty awful, though, if I do remember correctly.
It's had its issues. It's extremely good against physical-based lineups, right? In this case, against a Templar Assassin, if he's working with that Warcry, he might be able to make some big saves.
Well,
of course, Morphling might steal it and then just give Warcry to them, too. And there's some issues.
All right, what is the Morphling here? The stand-in Osaka. Ahsoka. I'm going to say Osaka because I'm playing a lot of Pandemic, apparently. Ahsoka. What spells can you steal that are very helpful?
You can use Invis from the Shadow Walk. That's kind of cool. Even just like a Shuriken, the quick burst. I think Burrow Strike was an example of being one of the best kind of things, right? Yeah. It's something that lets you stun, disable on multiple heroes, and follow up well with the waveform. So in that sense, I would say that the Stormhammer is pretty good in the same way. Try and get multiple hero stuns, a waveform through.
Can you build a bear?
As well, yes, you can. But don't give him items. The other goal will be press the attack, right? You could give it to yourself and just like keep fighting and stuff like that.
But the real question is, can you get Caustic Finale? Very important.
No.
Are you sure?
Well, especially because there's no sanking. Like from his own team.
Yes.
No, it won't work. Because
how would that work? What do you mean, how would it work?
I mean, if you're playing as the Sand King, you'll have it. But once you morph back to Morphling, it doesn't just like stay on your hero.
Oh, I know, but you get it temporarily. I was kind of kidding because it's awful, but
okay.
you took it a little far. What level
Well,
can
you know,
get
I
that?
have to question you sometimes.
That's true.
Dubu does his
20,
classic play up top where he double stacks the wave to help out his offlaner, and he already has a really strong offlaner in Forev on the Legion Commander. Usually we see this when they have like a weaker hero.
Yeah, bottom lane might have some action, and homing missile does apply there, and they're going to get the first blood, does Immortals. And Dubu taking it for himself. Good start here. As Snake King now in a 3v1 temporarily, but...
Yeah, that Caustic didn't save him. I mean, as amazing as it is, we'll have to see.
Yes, that is definitely true. Gracious. Could you turn on your sound?
It is on.
Backs?
My sound is on.
Oh, terrific. Great. So I'm not hearing anything from these things, I mean.
Oh, this sound.
That would be perfect. Thank you so much. We're going to have some more action here in the bot lane. MP doesn't have a rocket barrage yet, but not really going to need it as the Sand King falls to the grave. And Febby and company are able to get out safely now as Flea is left in this lane alone for now. But should be an interesting game nonetheless. We see the Wyvern picked before the random Legion Commander, and we've seen this 3 times now as far as randoming into direct counters, which has been truly unfortunate for each respective team. You'd think they'd learn their lesson when it comes to randoming, but I guess not, as Trent will be with us in just a moment, friends. Don't you worry. You're going to have to listen to me just for a little bit longer. But QO in the mid lane against 747 on TA so far. Looks like TA is doing just fine. It's essentially even right now in this mid lane. No rotations yet, though. So we'll see if Flea wants to do anything with the level 2 Tusk at the current point in time. And MP. Looks like he's going to get some TP support from the support Sven along with Dubu on the bounty hunter. They're going to try to apply some pressure here to Snake King on the Sand King.
I'm back, buddy.
Oh, welcome!
Can you hear now?
Yes, thank God. It's so disorienting not hearing sounds. Silent cast no longer. Thank you, sir.
Close one.
As now we talk and we miss a kill. Looks like Legion Commander did die in the top lane, but might have some action bot. See if they want to set up here on Snake King. There's the Stormhammer. There's the Janata as well. Burrow Strike is out, though. Homing Missile will connect. Not sure if they're going to have enough damage here. Then this nice Snowball, mitigating a little bit of damage. Snake King on the run, extremely low. Another right click will do it. The Warcry is popped, but the Wand will keep the Sand King alive, and Flea will force the enemy to flee.
That Snowball, that pretty much secured it. I think they would have got the kill for sure if it weren't for that. And obviously the weakness of the support duo is certainly showing off here. When Febby just... It's tough to be a melee hero in those scenarios. You know, if that's a ranged hero, those extra taps are easy.
Yeah, I talked about this mid lane. It's a little bit of a strange one as of late since we haven't seen a lot of these heroes. It looks like 747 is going to be forced out. Yeah. Thoughts on TA versus the old Lone Druid?
I mean, Kyo started off well here, right? He's got the Orb of Venom. He just keeps harassing Araya over and over with the bear. And then the big question will just be level 5. And we'll look for that big root play, maybe a rotation. The Bounty Hunter is the... Oh, another Snowball down bottom to dodge that missile.
It's an easy dodge against that homing missile. You got to keep that in mind. Dubu's still here, so a 3v2 technically in Immortals' favor, but the Burrow Strike will connect, and they're going to find the Bounty Hunter, but here's the Stormhammer being applied. Snake King's in a lot of trouble, pops that wand again, but will fall in the end. MP, by the way...
Look at this support, Sven. He's still going.
He's still going, Flea. All right. Heals up a little bit there. Febby's actually going to completely commit and die to the tower.
Didn't commit.
Boy.
He half committed. That was the issue. He didn't go all in.
Can we talk about MP's skill build right now?
The 2 missile against the hero that keeps dodging missile. I think the problem is the same thing will just happen with Rocket Barrage. Where, number one, they're going to be playing near the creep wave because it's the Sand King anyway, right? And then the other problem would be that he can just snowball during Rocket Barrage or he can snowball during the homing missile. So I think that in the combination of his supports and them being weaker, he needs to go for a skill build that assists them a little bit better, and that's why he has the double missile.
Spirit Bear will live. The Arctic Burn, not quite enough. Don't you think one is more spammable than the other, though? I mean, we're talking about a 90 mana spell versus 130.
I think homing missile enables the Sven a lot more than the Rocket Barrage does, though.
Yeah, true enough. Fred.
I could go either way, though. Honestly, I don't.
Well, regardless of whether it's right or not, it's interesting to see nonetheless. As Febby is now rotated to the mid lane for now with a 1-0-1 build on the support Sven. Really looking forward to see what kind of build he goes for. But probably not going to be too out of the ordinary. Essentially, probably Drums Blink, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Maybe an eventual Ag. Will we ever see Ags on this hero?
I mean, in a game like this, I don't know. You have a lot of carries, perhaps.
Yeah. Well, top lane, press the attack for Rev, trying to get away here. He'll be forced out, half HP right now. We'll live to see another days. Mid lane, some pressure being applied to 747. Stormbolt is there, and the Bear is just doing so much damage to 747. A couple more right clicks will do it, but the TP supports have come in the form of Wyvern. Okay, they actually end up getting the kill thanks to the root. The bear's stuck inside the ice shards for now. Will they be able to get this bounty? This is bigger than a kill, actually. He will die one way or the other. And Flea in the meantime, getting quite low. Febby, again, just going super deep. Still has Warcry available. The double blur strike. Snaking has come to save the day. Caustic Finale applied as well as Dubu will fall. And Febby, perpetually on the run, it seems, in this game. Has pretty much no mana to speak of. And the Burrow Strike will finish him off. Okay, so that's now 2 kills on the Sven. And 2 kills on the Bounty Hunter. They gotta be careful. Oh, that's Canada true. Support's going down again here. You gotta watch out for the get in my game. I can almost guarantee this is gonna happen. I mean, it was meant to be designed as an early or an easier challenge, but they have a long way to go before level 6. All right, let's look at the top lane real quick. Yeah, Asaka in some trouble. That was a combination of pronunciations between the city and the player. You're getting very good at this. Goddamn pandemic! Jesus. It's a great game, by the way, in case you guys are wondering. MP right now, level 3 homing missile. It does a lot of damage. Although this was slightly nerfed somewhat recently. I believe it takes more hits than before, but it does less damage. I feel like the max damage was also much higher. Yeah, the max damage. Didn't it go to like 500 or something before? It was something stupid? Yeah, it was very, very high. Yeah. But nobody really maxed it, and now we're seeing it here. So. And now you can force staff it. Or Hurricane Pike it away from yourself. You got to watch out for that from the TA. Pretty sick. Still have not seen that once in any game that I've watched or played, so probably not great. 747 right now in the mid lane, being harassed perpetually, gets the root again, does QO. Got to be such an annoying lane. Of course, he does have the pure damage to get that bear low from time to time, but he'll just TP him back. At this point, though, VG.J have almost gotten all 3 of the top. I mean, in fact, they're tied right now in terms of last hits right now, rather, with the Snake King is just a little bit behind MP. Oh, there we go. They easily frogged on over. So, that 1K difference in the net worth being explained right there. Very high last hit numbers right now on the Dire side. They're not too far behind on the Radiant, but you really don't want this stuff to get out of control. You can see right now Stan King's in the mid lane, cleaning up a bit for himself, pushing out the wave, while Ryoya starts working on some of these stacks. Maybe going to start pulling some of these Ancients for himself, as it looks like the top one has a single stack for him. Yeah, it looks like these Dire heroes will be spotted out by Dubu. Oh, are they going to cancel? No, he does not cancel it, actually. The snowball into the epicenter. They're going to get the kill. Dubu not able to cancel with the Shuriken in time, and Snaking attempting to get out, but will get stunned into a duel. This looks to be the first duel kill for Forev in the game. That was extremely surprising that he didn't cancel that epicenter. I think it was that he really wanted to make sure they got the duel. So they were trying to play it to the absolute last second to make sure they commit for the snowball. He didn't want them to stop there, so it ended up costing the support, but it's kind of worth it for the duel. Yeah, for sure. And up until that point, I mean, even now, Snake King is doing an amazing job as far as net worth is concerned, towards the top of the list along with Morphling right now. Yeah, he should have a very early Blink Dagger, and he's actually already eyeing up in towards a Spirit Vessel, too. Oh, my. Yeah, that's going to be pretty nice. Is Dubu scouting things out here, 747 in the jungle. There was a scan, so I think they know that Dubu is here. I assume that's theirs. The dust is popped. They're going to find him, and Snaking with the Urn, with the Burrow Strike. They're looking to give 747 the kill, and he'll find it. Can I get a get out of my game? Oh, they already completed that today, didn't they? They probably did. Probably everybody has at this point, right? So we're just waiting on Immortals to find. So it's before level 6, right? Yep. Kill a hero 3 times before level 6. Their level 6, that is. As a top tier 1 will be pounded upon right now. Oh, I hear an LC. Oh, she's just chilling. She's popping off. Just press the attack, and, you know, showing her big wings up against the Wyvern. You know, kind of cool to see that hero again. The hero that's kind of just dropped off the face of the earth for the most part. Yeah, pretty surprising, I would think, that the hero's been so absent. I think still a very strong offlaner, especially when the pool feels rather limited right now. Bottom lane, they're trying to set up here onto Osaka. Oh, so you said Osaka this time, by the way. I don't know how you're supposed to say it. Ahsoka's Dubu. He's looking for the curry. He's trying to decide between the two. That homing missile does a lot of damage, but there's not going to be any follow-up to speak of. Can we just say you are? Can we just go with that? Because that's what I'm going to go with. All right, fine. You are. Is it actually you are? Yeah. Oh, okay. That's what I've been told. I would have been calling him that to begin with, and if I knew it was him. I love you are, by the way. One of the nicest kids I've ever met, and apparently extremely toxic in pub games. Perfect. Yep. That's kind of the contrast you see in NA. But one of my favorite players that I've managed, for sure. Looks like they just caught out a Dire Observer Ward here down bottom. Febby gonna get a little bit of gold, some experience for himself. Oh, yeah. That's nice. Well, looks like we're going to have a smoke attempt here. Perhaps a Stanking. Not quite level 6 yet on this Wyvern. Once that Winter's Curse comes into play, Immortals have to be careful, especially with the bear.
Well, Febby has a lot of branches in its courier.
Oh, we're going to go for that challenge, huh? As Flea will attempt to flee away from the homing missile, but to no avail. But the earn charge is there.
This looks like a challenge. Fill your courier with iron branches, except for this stash and the backpack. Keep it that way the entire game.
What is this? What is that? Could be a challenge.
Febby's putting some money in.
That would be an interesting challenge. Burrow Strike applied to MP in the bot lane. The Stormhammer is there as well. MP still has his ult to work with. Rocket Barrage is available. As you are laughing maniacally right now.
I have a bug on me.
There's a huge
bug on my head.
I don't want to hear about bugs. I have a very great fear. Snaking, attempting to get out, gets the earn charge off, and looks like Duba's in a lot of trouble. But the Stormhammer will get the kill as Flea attempting to get out. It'll be a trade for now. He's going to get the health salve off. They're looking for the dual kill, but the homing missile will be the one to finish him off. As there's a buyback actually on the Snaking. The Burrow Strike only applied to the bear. For Rev with the duel. Do they have enough damage to actually take him out while in that duel? Doesn't look so. But the Winter's Curse comes in from the side. Snaking finally level 6. Snaking. Burrow Strike up in a couple seconds. He's going to be able to get a kill with it. And the bear is extremely low. Call down coming in as it looks like you are just absolutely... Are you okay, Trent? As Ahsoka will drop to the deck as well.
I was trying to put him on top of you, to be honest.
No! I would scream like a little child, no doubt about it.
Make me not do it.
All right. 747 looks to be dropping as well. As the action, the beautiful ice shards, but MP's gonna be forced to TP out, but the cancel is there from Flea, doing an amazing job. Still has Walrus Punch to work with. Dubu level 5, Invis another 8 seconds, gets Walrus Punch to the face. Coming back here. Do they have TP support? Don't get that close to me, Trent. Oh, Lord. I don't care. Get it away from me. Dubu attempting to get out of dodge, but will not. You know, I have a story about that. Seriously, I have an actual phobia of bugs. Trent, right, I will hurt you.
It's a good thing going on my hand and not yours.
Oh, my God. Are you okay?
Colorado's dangerous, guys.
I guess. You missed a lot of action.
Did I? Did Febby get like 2 plant his trees? Nah, it's okay. Febby sold his trees.
Reginald, get rid of this bug. Snaking. He's getting home missile right now. Gets the Burrow Strike off. Ahsoka, a.k.a. Yawar, is there for moral support. Stormhammer will connect. Can they actually find a kill here is the question. MP gets another homing missile off. Level 4 homing missile right now. It's going to deal considerable damage to the Wyvern. Is they're going to apply a lot of pressure to Kyo. There's the Burrow Strike. I hear a duel going off, but that's the Rocket Rush finally coming through for MP. They're going to find a kill. It's a 2-for-1 right now.
Oh, Febby's got the trees.
He's trying to get out, gets the snowball to mitigate a little bit of damage. Is it a 360? They're not going for anything.
Plant the trees. He's going. He's going. He sees the body. He's pinging. Boom, boom,
One,
boom.
two,
Yeah!
3. Congratulations, Fabius. He finally, they actually get a, I think that's the first bounty they've ever gotten. Am I incorrect in this? Slacks. Oh my God. Why do you do this to me? If you knew the story behind my fear, you would not be making fun of me right now. Oh God, please. Now it feels like bugs are all over me. I quit.
All right. Sorry, everyone.
All right, we're back.
Things are a little out of control here.
We're professional.
Yes. Very professional. That's why we have players dropping sticks into trees on top of dead bodies.
But is that their first bounty?
I kind of want to say so.
Because they did.
Except well, to be fair, they just did the Radiant one, right? This is their first in-game achieved bounty, I believe.
But to be fair, that wasn't really planned either. As QO looks like he's going to get punched in the face as the epicenter coming through. The duel as well. Will they be able to get it in time? QO drops to the deck. The duel will not get the kill. As there's the Winter's Curse. Cold Embrace keeping 747 alive for now as they're going to attempt to chase. MP has pretty much no mana at all as the waveform comes through as well. They're going to be able to get that kill. It's a 2-for-1 right now. As Farev looks like he's going to go to the north as the snowball will try to track him as Febby now pops that war cry. Attempting to take out Snaking, but will be forced out. 4 seconds left on the Stormhammer. They're going to get the Burrow Strike off. The Arctic Burn doing a lot of damage. They're going to turn it around and kill Dubu, though, and Febby forced the Stormhammer on the defensive. As this action just will not end. Farev TPing out. Will he be successful? No, the Snowball again. I feel like that's canceled 3 TPs this game, and the Waveform will finish him off. It's a 3-for-2. Stormhammer, nice Cold Embrace. Flea. Oh, you're going to be met by Febby's God Strength. This is a support Sven, though. Maybe not hitting as hard as he'd like to. And he finally finds the range, despite not even being close. That's a range hero right there.
Oh, very nicely done to clean that one up. Now the question is, were there any tracks that 4 tracks that fight, but still 2,039 gold for the dire side? It was a 3 for 5, so I guess that's a little understandable there, but there was at least some recovery there for Immortals, and they do still hold the net worth lead with very high values here. You can see Gyro just over 6K, 5,800 on the Lone Druid as well. And he is going for this ranged bear form. He's got himself that Mask of Madness, and looks like the Dragonlance probably coming up next here for him.
Yeah, probably. So it's going to be the Sniper Lone Druid build. Or he could transfer that to, actually, has he gotten level 10 yet? It's not quite there yet, I don't think. Oh yeah, 250 health. So he did not go the attack range, actually. Yeah,
fair enough. I guess he can start out either way. He is currently eyeing up the Dragonlance. I mean, you don't need that much range, honestly, and 250 health is quite a bit. Especially when you're in a game where everyone's fighting a lot.
Okay, okay, Trent. Probably right, though. It's a little overkill at a certain point, you would think. As this Tier 1 tower, 747 will be claiming for his team. But yeah, that bounty was the first one that they tried to get and were successful in. Because the Radiant one, they random 4 heroes. The system wanted them to have that bounty.
We have a pity mechanism built in. It's like Mario Party or something, you know, when you're coming from behind there.
Yeah, I love those comeback mechanics for sure. Stan King, Arctic Burn is there. Gets off the Splinter's Blast. A lot of damage being done to this Tier 2. It looks like VG.J wants to respond, though. We have TP support in the form of 747. I hear an Epicenter coming in. They'll be able to cancel it. They do. Burrow Strike comes in. He's just going to get blown up right off the bat. That is not what you're looking for if you're VG.J. Homing Missile goes on to Flea, and they're just going to duel the crap out of him. That's 2 kills in the blink of an eye. Immortals. I mean, these track kills are going to add up real quick, Trent. Winter's Curse. Is that going to be enough to actually get a kill on Febby? It's going to be close, but no. Splinter's Blast comes in as well, but Febby will eventually get through it, and Stan King stuck in the side.
They're in a bit of a tough spot. You have a Morphling and a TA that just aren't quite ready right now. Yeah. Whereas this Lone Druid has gone for a quicker build. Dragonlance on the Gyrocopter as well, so they're both just a little bit tanky, just enough damage that they don't really have anything to deal with them at the moment. And what looks like a, this full-on carry draft is working. They have max Warcry. Chase us, they say.
Burrow Strike onto 2. Stormhammer coming through there. There's the call down. Gyro's getting extremely low. Stan King will fall, though. VG.J is falling apart at the seams. Cold Embrace will keep Tusk alive for now, but for how long? Not long enough. And a duel coming through as well on top of the track. And it looks like Random Gaming is going to win this game.
I don't know if this buyback's going to work.
You are in a lot of trouble, getting extremely low. Fred's just going to right-click him with the press the attack. And you're right. 747 buys back, but at what cost exactly?
This is a 5-man draft. They draft these heroes. These are 4 randoms and a bounty hunter. Is this the new meta?
This should not work.
Is this the world that we live in?
Let's hope we don't have to go through this again, Trent. Do we need to nerf randoming yet again? There were some rumblings about that, the possibility of turning randoms where when you random, you have a higher chance to get a lower cost hero.
Yeah, that was, I think PPD was mentioning that he would like to see it as like, the top of the pool and the bottom of the pool is in randoms, and then like kind of none of that middle ground. So you think about things like Meepo or Techies, high chance of randoming it, but you still have a high chance of randoming maybe Winter Wyvern.
Right.
I would have been okay with that.
Which was picked and
Which
bought.
was picked and paid for in many Moonbucks.
Many Moonbucks might be lost in this game for VG.J. But it's not over yet. They did buy back on a couple very important heroes. But again, you're going against the Wyvern. One of those heroes, the better the opposite team is doing, the better your ult will be. And then on top of that, Morphling can become the... it's actually 2 heroes that scale based on how strong the enemy is. So that could be good. We'll see. Looks like Yawar's working on Lincolns, by the way. Febby scouting things out, has the Invis rune. We're going to talk really very nice and soft here so they don't hear us. TA's in a lot of trouble. Cold Embrace is there. Oh, nice. The double Burrow Strike into an Epicenter. Lots of damage being done. Stormhammer comes through as well. Tusk, he gets off the Snowball. Looks like the Winter's Curse will be used, but to not much avail, unfortunately, for VG.J. Tusk just dropped, but it is for a Gyro. It's a 1-for-1. Duel coming in, though. That's going to be a kill on the TA. And VG.J looks to be on the run. Stan King, everybody is tracked for Rev. No duel, of course, but they have a lot to catch up as this Shuriken is just bouncing left, right, and center. Who will they be able to take out? Stan King will be next, yes. 4 dead. The only survivor is Morphling. He does find a kill, but Yawar might be in some trouble here. Strengthening the morph, or morphing to strength, I should say. He's going to be in a lot of trouble. He does not have wait for him. Another 1 second's going to be close.
I mean, he's Shuriken, still tracked
no
up
mana.
Here. They might chase.
Farev really wants this kill. He actually finds the kill, but no. Not enough for Yawar to get away. As a Walrus Punch comes in now, QO still has Savage Roar to
get out of there, man.
Yeah, Farev really wants this duel. See if they wait for it. 4 seconds. Oh, no. The Shuriken again. And somehow, Dubu lives through this entire engagement.
Well, if there's one thing that Immortals have proven to be good at, it's death balling. Yes. Playing as a 5-man unit, team fighting, those kind of moments. That's kind of stuff that they've always excelled at. And their hardest games, the ones that always look most impressive from them, are when they find these crazy ways to initiate engagements that maybe your enemy's not expecting, or something like you're trying to force an enemy lineup that doesn't want to fight you into an engagement. You kind of trick them and think that they have this numbers advantage or something like that, when really they don't. And that's why they love heroes like Bounty Hunter or Spirit Breaker, where they can track you across the map, kind of deceive you into thinking that you have some sort of an advantage. In this particular game, they don't even need to really do those kind of mind games or tricks or anything like that, because they see how weak this TA and this Morphling are right now, and they're just saying, okay, we're just going to keep running at them. We're fighting them. I mean, they're buying back on these heroes, and look how far they've plummeted. I mean, it's a 10k lead. It's quite the lead right now. Of course, no racks down yet, but TA just a Blink Dagger, so not really hitting very hard. Halfway done with the Deso, as looks like we're going to have a dual kill. A very easy one at that onto Flea. And that is 72 dual victory damage so far for Forev. And we're talking about a 21-minute game. Like, very deep ward set up here from the Radiant. Looking to choke out this map. So easily done by a Bounty Hunter who has his pipe, so that'll be his aura item choice this game. And they move on into the Roshan pit. Yeah, and this is going to be a freebie. As bot lane, Snake King he's hitting the tower with that claw of his. Won't really be enough to scare anybody. At least not Immortals for now, as the Aegis will be claimed by QO. So he is hitting like a truck right now. Legion Commander, on the other hand, did pick up a halberd just now. Snake King, can he get out of here? Yeah, well, there's a homing missile. And the right clicks trying to cancel this Blink Dagger. He does have it available now into the Burrow Strike. See if he can TP away now. The rocket it's has too fast closed now. In quite a bit. Doesn't have his Force Staff yet. Not that that would really help in that situation. Savage, we're actually going to help him. Interesting choice. Yeah, I think he thought the bear would be able to catch up maybe and get the Orb of Venom on so he wouldn't be able to blink, but there's no boots on the bear. Yeah, that's a poor bear. But the lone druid, he's happy. He's a happy boy. Yeah, he is a right-clicking machine. He doesn't care about his bear. He went for a Mask of Madness Diffusal, by the way. Looks like the Spirit Vessel is complete now. And he's going to top this Templar Assassin right now, too. But she will be able to blink out in time. There is still waiting on that Blink Dagger from Febby. So their initiation is still relatively weak. I mean, that was one of the main things that they were bringing up on the panel. Like, you have to basically hope for a route. So far, now that they have this Blink Dagger on LC, they've been doing a nice job of the pick-off plays. But they didn't turn that last one into much. And now they're scouted by a Sentry Ward in the mid. But, oh, all right. Swing and a miss there. I feel like they've been finding the routes. We talked about that as being a disadvantage, but their initiation with roots has been on par with the best of them, I feel like. But hey, very quickly, 3K of that lead has vanished. That's true. And they didn't get anything on the high ground despite all of that. Played the game looking like it was over. They never got that tier 3. I mean, again, you have Morphling, and especially the Winter's Curse from Wyvern. Very scary to go up high ground against. I would say we haven't even seen a very fantastic one yet from Stan King either. Exactly. And with the Aether Lens now, the range much higher. You would think he should be able to find one of these key ones on one of these targets like the Lone Druid. And they're going to try for this as the Burrow Strike onto the bear. They really want to take him out. The Battle Cry is applied, so a lot of extra damage. Look at them spreading from the Lone Druid to make sure it doesn't happen. Yeah, everybody very far apart. Wyvern. He does have a smoke to maybe come from the side or something like that, but nothing's going to surprise Immortals, at least not yet. Oh, they are chasing after you are up here, but the Lincoln Sphere, it looks like it just blocked the duel? Oh, I think it did. Oh, they can actually apply some pressure here, perhaps. Snake King. He's homing missiled. Arctic Burn onto the bear. They're not going to be able to kill this. Snake King will get stunned, but no follow-up whatsoever as the creeps will push in top, and it's going to force QO back. So you're right, this lead is dissipating, but they do have Aegis, and they have yet to really try to force the issue with it. Oh, well, I'm getting a little bit worried here, I have to say. There's TA. It was much easier when she had nothing, but with the Deso, she is decently scary if the Warcry doesn't get off. Gyrocopter, he's sitting at 1,740 HP. He also has 21 armor, and that's without Warcry or anything. So he is pretty tanky, but we have a combination of magic and physical burst from the Dire, especially once UR actually gets somewhere with his items. And yeah, he actually just switched from a, I think it was a Dragon Lance / Hurricane Pike into the E-Blade. He's going that route. I definitely like that decision. All right.
E-Blade Express for Yawar. I like it. TA, on the other hand, if 747 can get this BKB, that is going to be a huge deal for him.
Snake King's tracked up here.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. Gets the Burrow Strike off on the other side. Lincoln's is applied by Yawar. You don't want that to run out. All right, he's going to use Stormhammer to take it off into the homing missile. Beautifully done. And that's another track kill. I say another, but we haven't really seen one in the past few minutes. And that's a large reason why they can't extend this lead.
Yeah, and they're keeping that ball for him as they move around here. So currently the Aegis is only 1 minute left here. Ideally, you got to at least get this tier 2 in the mid lane. That should be your goal right now, I would say, for Immortals.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't just go top, though. The tier 3 quite low.
Well, you saw that Yawar had pushed it all the way into the racks.
That's true. Morphling is such an interesting hero now, because you don't really have Replicate to be able to get away as easily. Still very hard to kill because of the morph and waveform.
And Yawar was a person who was picking this hero a lot, even when it wasn't really considered to be that strong. Like, it was one that he almost always played in pubs. It was one that his teams would pick in pro games. And it's kind of interesting that he's still into the hero. He's still playing it so much like the old morph.
I was going to say. They're split pushing. Look at these lanes. Top and bottom are pushed in for VG.J right now. Despite having this massive deficit at 26 minutes against these heroes like the Lone Druid. Do you think that these builds that we're seeing from Immortals might end up biting them, potentially?
I don't think so. I think that they're actually in a pretty fine spot. Like, they just need to start shutting down the split push, and currently we have that Shadow Blade picked up by Forev. Now, I see he's got a certain something queued there. Could you please explain that to me on the Legion Commander?
Oh, it's the Acronym Scepter. Many people pronounce it incorrectly by saying Aghanims. Just an FYI, you have to put a little acronyms in it. It's an Arabic name, actually.
Thank you.
But yeah, the Aghanim Scepter is, I don't know, man. It's risky. It extends the duel, but of course it makes you magic immune, and no one can do damage to either target other than the two that are in the duel themselves. So it could screw you over, or it could be God tier. There's kind of no middle ground, I feel like.
Okay.
That's my expert
Are you
opinion
surprised? It doesn't jump out to me as being an item this game.
If he had like 300 damage, extra damage from duel, maybe. But, I mean, 72 is okay, but I don't know.
Just shadowing his allies here. Hoping that they'll jump. Where's the push from the Radiant? And Gyro is just rocket barraging a lane bottom. Lone Druid's trying to push mid, but honestly, they don't have the best wave clear. It's not that fast, especially in comparison to some of these dire heroes. Meanwhile, Templar Assassin just using this space to farm up some of the neutrals in the jungle. And they're catching up very fast.
I feel like Forev just had a bunch of money and then doesn't anymore. Did he buy something?
He bought a Shadow Blade.
I thought he had that already. Anyway, Stormhammer, top lane. We're going to finally see some action. Fear onto Yawar. He's going to get blown up in the duel. Could not get the strength morph off in time. And that is truly unfortunate. It does have buyback, but that's a minute with no Morphling, and that's the hero that you're kind of depending on. I mean, the TA is important, but the Morphling, I feel like, is the hero that actually wins you the game.
And that should be the first of many picks you would think from them with that Shadow Blade being picked up now. You have that option now to come right out of the Invis, pop the Lincolns, and try and get the duel off before Yawar can do anything, because he doesn't have Replicate anymore. It's not as big as an issue as it used to be. He should be a lot easier to catch out.
Yeah.
And we'll be waiting on the Aegis and Cheese likely before they make any more drastic maneuvers here from the Radiant side. But Snake King, again, playing a fantastic game so far. He's keeping pace with the Legion Commander.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing it. And not only that, but he's keeping these lanes pushed as well. Like, if they have to come all the way down here just to deal with the lane or just to deal with him, even if they get the kill, probably still worth it, especially with your Morphling on the deck right now.
Yeah, so he's just going to chill out and wait.
Stand King. They're looking for a potential duel here. Shadow Blade is
Very
now
nice
up.
Ward placed
Oh,
here
he's going to jump right in. There's the duel. And all 747 can do is right-click a couple times. It will not be enough to save poor Stand King. And that's 108 damage on top of the regular damage, of course.
Yeah. You don't really expect that jump and backstab back there, but they had a great observer placed up on the high ground. That's what gave them the vision of the Winter Wyvern as well. So they will now make that movement top. No Aegis required with the Wyvern being down. The key hero in this defense.
Yeah, it's going to be an easy tier 3, if not more. Warcry's there along with Battlecry, but there's the fortification.
I think they're going to commit for the melees.
Yeah, they might, as the homing missile does connect on the 747, and this melee Rax is donezo. In fact, the initiation from Snaking is completely thwarted. Misses out on the burrow strike.
No, they need to try and take a fight here with the curse.
Terrible position here. There's a call down as well. The duel, is it available? Not for another 45. So actually, he just used it onto the TA. They have enough damage to actually take him out. It's not going to be enough for the actual dual kill, but the kill, a kill is a kill at the end of the day. And
Snanking's coming. He's trying.
He actually just tried to TP out of the Winter's Curse is pretty big, though. Into the epicenter. Is it going to be enough to actually... No, it's not nearly enough.
And it didn't save Yawar either.
It is not nearly enough. And this looks to be the beginning of the end in game 1. As Immortals are just completely dominating right now. Warcry applied. They're not going to deal too much damage. Febby jumps in with that newly picked up Blink Dagger. Nice snowball, although it's going to put them in harm's way now, potentially. Forev, no duel for another 10 seconds. Cold Embrace. And we see the Stormhammer coming in. That was actually Yawar's, I believe. Is they're going to find a kill. Going to find a couple, in fact. So Immortals are going to have to back up here. Febby. Oh, nice dodge. I don't even think that was intended to dodge a Stormhammer, but QO. He's going to right-click. Snaking, you're in a lot of trouble, buddy. That's going to be enough for the kill as QO still has that Spirit Vessel applied. Ice Shards will not find anybody. And Febby, the support Sven, blinks to safety, at least for now. No TP, though. They could potentially still find this kill, but again, at what cost? Febby pops the Warcry. Do they actually have enough? No, they're going to give up.
Let him go.
Let's look at this recap. Oh, my God. 3 buybacks.
Oh, it's been an absolutely wild game so far. Building all the way up to 10K and then slowly dwindling back down, thinking, wow, it kind of looks like Immortals are running out of gas here. And then suddenly one explosive fight, and they took the full top. Now, mind you, they actually didn't get that much mid. I thought after that next kill, there might be a second set of rags, but as you said, 3 buybacks did come out there from the side of VG.J. And we're going to have double E-Blades this game, as it's the Gyro E-Blade now picked up even before Morphling can finish his. This was a Eternal Envy original. Yeah, they're trying to finish a challenge a bounty that we never put in the game. So congratulations, you guys did it. 2 E-Blades. Yeah, it's very good up against the Winter Wyvern too. Yeah, absolutely. Try and use that to save some of your allies, maybe if they're being cursed or something. Refraction Dispels. I forgot that was even a talent. That's pretty cool. Speaking of Dispels at level 20, we also have the Sven one coming up next. If he wants to go for the Stormhammer Dispels enemies, since he's a support. Not going to be too insane this game. Nothing too great. Maybe just like taking off the E-Blade / Ghost Scepter if Yawar tries to use it defensively. I think this is going to be a last-ditch smoke effort here from VG.J. Of course, they'll be going against the Roche, Aegis, and Cheese. They need to see some TPs back. They need like a wave pushed in or something. Oh boy, if he finds this duel, he gets off the Winter's Curse. A lot of damage can be applied here to Stanking. I don't think he's going to find the kill yet. It's a nice snowball. Will mitigate some damage, but here comes the snowball. They're going to put themselves in harm's way again. And 2 easy kills for Immortal. And with the number advantage here, 5v3. Buyback still on Wyvern, but... They just leave the gem. All right, he pops the smoke to get it. And GG's called. Yeah, so game 1 in the books. Randoming 4 heroes has netted Immortals their first win of the entire tournament, I do believe. Remember when we talked about if your enemy's just random and you spend all your moonbucks and lose and how demoralizing it is? Yeah. That looked like how demoralizing it is. They got completely run over. They got bounty hunted. And you probably feel like kind of crap because you just spent a ton of your resources. Yep. They spent almost nothing. In fact, they made moonbucks because of the bounties they completed on the side of Immortals. And they took the victory. And a very important one for them, too, as we all know that they did lose their first 2 games of the tournament. Yep, that's definitely true. Now, do you think they could have picked better heroes? Was it a hero thing or... Because you know you're going against Immortals that are super aggressive in the early game. Could you go for better heroes or... Is it just the outplay? It felt like they were really close, and they were playing very well and split pushing and everything, but it was just like those couple catches, especially the Wyvern one between the tier 2 and the tier 3 mid was just... It's rough, right? Because you're in a spot that's usually safe, but up against this lineup, it's certainly not. So maybe a mistake there from Stanking, and that ends up losing them some key fights when they're trying to make that snowball back. But they would have played pretty flawlessly with the deficit they were at already. Yeah, so Immortals... They will take game 1 of this best of 3, and this series is actually extremely important for them because they really need a series win. Because VG.J did take out EG, and I believe Immortals, their last series after this will be against EG, so that might actually come down to who comes out as 3rd place potentially. So a very important series for Immortals. We'll be right back after this break and see what the analysts have to say, guys. Stay with us.